All right, we are doing a surprise package team of the season so far. So what that is basically either players that I think have really outperformed what I thought they were capable of, or were not on my radar at the start of the season and now they are. Starting in goal, that is a bit of a tricky one. I don't think anyone's been mind-blowingly good, but Robert Sanchez for me, I knew he was decent, but he has really impressed me every time I've seen him this season, and he's at the point now where I don't think he'd look out of place in a United. So fair play to him. At right back for me, Nathan Patterson at Everton. Honestly, hadn't really heard of him before this season. And again, every time I've seen him play, looks a real threat in attack and looks solid defensively. And he's so young, he's 18, I think. So fair play to him. Centre-backs, William Saliba. I knew, as an Arsenal fan, obviously I hyped him up, but I think everyone's been a bit surprised at just how good he's been, especially for his age. And the other centre-back for me would be Lisandro Martinez, who I think both the last 4 games has really just surprised me at how good he's been and how good he's looked in that defence. But also it surprised me how well he recovered from those first 2 games, because he looked really poor, and to have the mentality to come back from that in the way that he had is really, really impressive. So fair play to him. At left back, Tyrell Malacia. Hadn't really heard of him. I know he was doing well in the Dutch league, but personally hadn't heard of him. Again, very young, and has come into that back 4 at United and looked really, really solid. Great going forward, athletic. Fair play to him. Into the midfield, Granit Xhaka, I think, has outperformed. Everyone sort of just thought he wasn't great, if we're honest. He got a lot of slander, and he's been one of the best midfielders in the league so far this season. Højbjerg at Tottenham, I think similar, actually, in terms to Xhaka, that people didn't massively rate him, but this season he's been really, really good for Tottenham. And the other one for me would be McAllister, Alexis McAllister at Brighton, who has just been phenomenal every time I've seen him, basically. So that would be the midfield. And then I'm just going to do forwards instead of trying to build a formation. So the 3 forwards for me, Rodrigo, before he got injured at Leeds, has been playing out of his skin. Mitrovic, who 3rd time lucky in the Premier League, is finally showing that he can do it in the Premier League, and I'll be honest, I didn't think he'd be able to do it. And the final attacker for me would actually be Ivan Toney, because last season he was a bit out of sorts, but he's been flying this season, and I didn't expect that to happen. So that would be my team. Let me know who would be in your team, and follow for more.